Hello guys, in this video we are going to do a silver ticket attack. It is basically, it looks like a golden ticket. We're even going to be using the golden ticket command from Mimikatz, but it's a little bit different and you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and start. And this is a persistent attack, so therefore you should have domain admin by now. If you don't have domain admin by now, go ahead and check the domain admin privilege escalation or the domain privilege escalation section of this course. So let's go ahead and start. First, we need to go ahead and do some enumeration, and the first one that we need to get is the domain SID. The way that you do that is by doing the get domain SID, and that's going to give you the domain SID. So we need to copy that. Okay, after we get that, we need to go ahead and run a DC sync attack, and this DC sync attack, it is going to be run against the administrator, so we can get the hash for the administrator, and from there we are going to be able to run that silver ticket. So let's go ahead and first invoke Mimikatz. So we need to import Mimikatz, the module Mimikatz, and we are going to run in a DC sync against the administrator. So we want to get his hash, so then we can create a silver ticket. And let's see. So after we get that hash, as you can see right here, we are going to get that hash NTLM. We are going to copy it. I'm going to put in that command that we are going to run in now. So this command is a little bit lengthy. So again, I'm going to be doing copy and pasting. And like I have said before, all the commands that I run, I added to the video, so you can download it and you can try it yourself. If I try typing all of this, it is going to take a while. So I like to copy and paste, and then I explain what the command does. Okay. So for this silver ticket, we are going to invoke Mimikatz command. We are going to do the Kerberos golden, basically a golden ticket. This is the domain name. This is the SID for the domain that we got, right? On the target, who do you want to target? Which DC do you want to target? I have two, but the one that I want to target right now is the DC.pentesting.local. Then the service that we want to get is the host. You can also get the service of CIFS. You can also get the RPCSS or the WSMAN. You can do any of those hosts. But for this video, I want to get the host because for what we are doing, that's why I want to get the host. And here, RC4, this is the hash for the administrator. That's why I did a DC sync and got the hash for the administrator. All right. And then we do the command to pass the ticket. So we are going to do a pass the ticket attack. So we're going to run that. Let's go ahead and give it a couple seconds. It shouldn't take long at all. So let's see, there we go. As you can see, PAC has generated, has signed, encrypted, and all that. So we have a golden ticket for the administrator at pentesting.local, successfully submitted for current session. So if you want to see if we actually got the ticket, you can see it over here. We got the ticket for the administrator, and which server. We got it for the host service in here, for the server at dc.pentesting.local. So we are good to go to run the next command. So the next, what we need to do is, since we are going to get a reverse shell, we are going to create a task. We're going to schedule a task, and that is going to run a reverse shell. So for that, we need to go and edit the invoke PowerShell TCP one line, and let's go ahead and just open it with Notepad++. So what you need to do is you need to uncomment this line over here, or either this one or this one, whatever you want to use, but just leave one comment and one uncomment. And for that, in here, what you need to do is you need to add the IP address of where that reverse shell is going to be sent. 192.168.1.55 is my current. I believe we can just do an IP config to verify. IP config, there it is. That is my IP. Awesome. And then the port that we want to use, 4444, that's fine. And then the rest, you just leave it like that. So that's how you want to have it. So you can either run this one. If that one doesn't work, then you can comment that one, and then uncomment this one, and then add your IP address and also the port that you want to use. All right, so I already have it. Then after that, we need to go ahead and host that file, and for that we are going to be using the HFS, and the HFS is an HTTP file server. All right, so let's go ahead and host that invoke PowerShell TCP one line. There we go. Awesome. So we are going to now is we need to verify that we do have access to create task. So what we want to do is that we are going to run a command to verify that we have access to schedule the task, which basically is going to show all the tasks in the dc.pentesting.local. Access deny, try it again. Usually does that. It says access denied, but then if you try it again, it works. So here's all the tasks for the dc.pentesting.local. So we do have access to that right now. Okay, so clear this out. So after that, what we want to do is that we want to go ahead and open another PowerShell, and we want to basically run a listener so we can listen for our reverse shell. So, and we're going to, for that, we're going to import PowerCat, and we're going to say PowerCat. We are going to listen on port 4444, and let's go ahead and do a verbose. Awesome. Why port 4444? Because remember, we said that to send the reverse shell to port 4444. All right, so we're going to be listening. So then after that, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and we are going to create a schedule a task. And for that, we are going to say sch task create s to the dc.pentesting.local. It's going to be weekly, and I wanted to run with the, let's go ahead and make this bigger, as the NT authority system. Basically, we are going to run it as the highest privilege. It is a built-in administrator, and we are going to name this task SD check. That's what you name it. You can name it whatever you want, and we want to run it. We want to run PowerShell. Okay, we are going to be running PowerShell, and it's going to do basically download our invoke PowerShell one-liner that we are hosting over here. As you can see, that's what it's going to download, and it's going to execute it. Therefore, we are going to be able to get that reverse shell in PowerCat. So let's go ahead and create that. Press enter. There we go. So the schedule task has successfully been created. So awesome. What do we need to do after that? Well, we need to go ahead and run the task to see if it works. There we go. So we'll do the sch task run the dc that from the server dc.pentesting.local, and which task do we want to run? Though we want to run the SD check task, okay, which is the name that we gave it, that we name it in this command. So let's go ahead and run it, and there we go. It is going to try to run it. You can see that it was downloaded, and now we need to wait for that reverse shell to come in. Oh, any timeout. Let's go ahead and listen to it again. Run the task, and there we go. Sometimes it does that, but if you just run PowerCat again and then run that, it should then work. And there we go. So now if you do a who am I, you can see that you are the NT authority system hostname DC, so you are the domain controller. If we do a who am I groups, there we go. You can see that this NT system basically has access to everything, as you can see in here. Okay, so then from here, what can you do? Well, you can go ahead and, since this is a persistent attack, you don't really want to do a lot of noise because they're going to catch you. Okay, and if you want to see where the task was scheduled, we can go to the domain controller if you have access to it, since this is a lab. And let's go ahead and close it. So you want to go to task scheduler, and here you can see that the SD check task is running, and it was run by the student that won, which is me. If you go back to student and we go back to my other one over here, who am I? Student 1. So it was run by me. Okay, so this is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And also, what I want you to do, I'm going to give you a task. What I want you to do is, I want you to, not for this one, not so for this invoke command, I want you to create different tickets and do a pass the ticket. But I want you to do it for different services. So do one for the CIFS and see what that does. Do one for the RPCSS and see what it does. And also do one for the WSMAN service and see what it does. See what you can do with that. So that's going to be your homework and to do, so you can see what that does. Thank you guys for watching.